Hi, how are you? Video time. Uh, we beat a game, finally. It's been like months since I beat a game. And, yeah. Call of Duty Black Ops 3 for the Xbox One. Yeah, I know that, anything that I say in this video is not necessarily going to, like, win fans for the series. They don't really need help uh, winning fans, people to play their games, the Call of Duty folks. Um, much maligned in a lot of ways by other gamers who don't play the series just because of the yearly releases. But I will be defending them to some degree. For one, they keep doing it because people keep buying it. Now, whether you like that or not, whether that's a positive or a negative in your opinion, I don't know, whatever. But the formula still works. They're still making money, and they're still making good games, in my opinion. Um, I honestly, I've played a lot of them. Not all of them, but a lot of them, and I haven't really played a bad one. Most of the time, my negatives for the games come in the form of length, just because the single player campaigns tend to be pretty short. And my experience with the series, I've talked about it before. I've done videos on the series before. I played the Modern Warfare trilogy back to back to back just last year, I think it was, and I played Ghosts. When it came out, when it was new, I played Ghosts, and I played what's that? Oh, Call of Duty 3, which you can't really even count in the modern series. It was on the original Xbox, and it was kind of horrible. But I've played an absolute ton of World at War Online, World at War, and the original Zombies, and I played a ton of Black Ops 2 online. I didn't play Black Ops 1 very much. I have it now, but I did not have it when it was new. And I still have not played the campaign for Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2. And you don't need to play this game. Absolutely not. You do not need to. This game is standalone. It's Black Ops 3, and it doesn't even really need to be Black Ops 3. They call it that because your character is a Black Ops kind of guy, but it does not tie in to the first two games at all, as far as I can tell. Once again, I never played them, but my brother-in-law told me that it doesn't tie in. And the first two tied in together. And then all three Modern Warfares tied in together. It was the same story throughout. So you'd think it's a little misleading with Black Ops 3 being named as such, and then it has nothing to do with the original two games. But I just because I haven't played the other two games, and what I have played of Call of Duty is I love, but I cannot recommend this one enough. This is an amazing game. I'm not I'm not going to convince anybody of that. Probably, because I've always loved the series. I've always defended the series in a lot of regards, but this is the best one I've played, hands down. This right here is a perfect Call of Duty game. Not a perfect game. I didn't say that. I didn't say it was a perfect game. I said it was a perfect Call of Duty game. The Treyarch, the Treyarch are the folks that typically they used to go every other year, but have since gone to a 3-year cycle. With Sledgehammer joining the team. So there's Infinity Ward, who made Modern Warfares and Ghosts, and you've got Sledgehammer, who made Advanced Warfare last year, which I thought was awesome as well. Loved it. The campaign was great. And then you got Treyarch, who makes the Black Ops series. And I've heard other people talk about this a little bit, and because they switched it up to the 3-year cycle, Treyarch had another entire year for production for this game, and it's so evident. There are infidelities in it, graphical infidelities, and some stuff that I noticed just because I noticed it, but it didn't bother me because that shit typically doesn't bother me. But one of the absolute best parts about this campaign, specifically the campaign, was that Treyarch decided to go full video game. Okay? Now, hear me out. It's still a little short. I thought the length was good. I'm happy with the length. But it's still a little short. It's probably still less than 10 hours. I don't know. I didn't really time myself, and I don't think there's a way to tell. Doesn't matter. The campaign is still short-ish. But that does not take away from the amount of content available in this game. Because upon beating the campaign, you unlock another campaign. But we're going to back up just a minute. What I mean when I say they went full video game is they completely threw aside like military stuff that is present in, like, especially in the Modern Warfare games, which it's very, very political, very war-ish. I don't know, it's confusing what I'm trying to say, but this is a video game, and I've used that expression before because there is just some wild stuff that happens in this game, wild stuff, and it's just so much fun. And I love the way that the story went. Gosh, it was like a freaking sci-fi adventure. Now, the story is not perfect. There are a ton of holes in the story. And, it's the story is not going to win any awards. But damn it, if it wasn't freaking fun. Like, just to watch the story play out and to kind of care about some characters. And I can't stop smiling because this game is, I don't know, I just had so much fun with this game. I just beat it just a little while ago. And while I'm playing it, I'm drawing a ton of comparisons to both Spec Ops: The Line and Binary Domain, two other games that I love. And as bad as that is for me, as tough for me to think about it, I put this game right up there with those two games. They're just... It's not deep like Spec Ops is. It's not deep like that, and it's not and the story is not near as good as Binary Domain. But I just felt the same, like the same kind of feelings. Is that weird? I don't know. It feels weird. But yeah, it's just a cool, action-packed first-person shooter that's got some sci-fi stuff going on, some cool shit. That's all I can say without ruining plot points. I know that sounds weird to say too, ruining plot points in a Call of Duty game, but it's true. Play it. Like, if you are even halfway interested, wait for a price drop. That's cool. I'm cool with that. Wait for a price drop, because it will go down in price eventually. But I have no regrets paying full price. I didn't pay full price. I paid Best Buy Game Club price, which was $47. I paid nearly full price for this game and have absolutely zero regrets. Before I even started the campaign, I probably put, close to 10 hours into, maybe not that many, I don't know, between 5 and 10 hours of time into just standard multiplayer. playing a lot of domination, a few team deathmatch. Just having fun playing domination. I love domination. I love playing Call of Duty Online with people. I suck at it. I'm horrible at it, but it's a lot of fun. That's why I play domination, because even if I can't get the most kills and I die a whole bunch of times, if I'm playing like domination, I feel like I'm still contributing by getting captures and defends and things like that. So yeah, if you want to play some Black Ops 3 on the Xbox One, this guy. But that's not all. Of course, if you're familiar with the series at all, Treyarch is the ones that bring you the zombies. Originally, camera's over here. Originally, Nazi zombies in World at War, which was a lot of fun. I absolutely loved World at War. Nazi zombies. Played it a ton. I played that so much. We had friends over and we would have tournaments to see who could last longer. Even offline, because this is when I didn't even have Xbox Live at the time. So we just play locally. And I just loved that game mode when it first came out. The first couple of maps were just perfect. And then I didn't get Black Ops 1, so I didn't get to get in on that. But it started, just in my opinion, started to kind of lose its way with its complexity. It got too big, too much, and I didn't enjoy it near as much anymore. And a lot of people do, and that's cool. I don't care if you like the way it's the direction it's gone. That's fine. But for me, the classic couple of maps in the very beginning, smaller scale maps were a lot more fun, a lot less complex, and then of course the new one. I'm going to try to get into it a little bit more because it seems really interesting. The formula is pretty much the same with the way it works. You can buy guns off the wall and stuff like that, and the mystery box, and patching up windows and things like that. It plays virtually the same, but there are characters, and there's a story going on in the midst of it. But it has the story. That story has nothing to do with Black Ops, not at all. But it's its own thing. So I'd like to try and delve into that a little bit. But it's more of a multiplayer kind of thing, which is fine. So I'll have to find somebody, probably my brother-in-law, see if he wants to play through that a little bit sometime. But the real magic happens after you've thoroughly enjoyed the campaign. After you've thoroughly enjoyed it, meaning you got to the end. A little game mode called Nightmares opens up. And Nightmares is kind of a sequel to the original campaign. Kind of. But it's kind of not too, and here's what I mean. It's the same maps. It's the same levels. So far, I'm only on the first one. It's the same levels, mixed up a little bit as the campaign, but at least from my experience, because you can choose your protagonist's gender. I played it as a male, and now in Nightmares I'm a female. So I don't know if it just switches from what you had, or if Nightmares is always a female. I don't know. So Nightmares, it takes the levels from the game, but the narrative takes place as if it's 10 years later than the events of the campaign. But they're the same level, so you know better. And they've replaced almost all of the enemies in the game with zombies. Now, this is the way that I want to play zombies, because this way you're not confined to an area. You don't have to look around for supplies to turn on the power and so you can open doors. You just play through the level like it is in the campaign, but you're killing zombies. It's a little bit harder. I think they say that, maybe, I don't know, in some description somewhere. It is a little harder. It's a little more difficult. You do get kind of overrun by zombies at times, but, you have more places to go. Like, you have the whole level. So it's, I don't know. It's the way that I want to play zombies now. I think it's really great, and there is online co-op for, I think, the regular campaign also, but for sure the Nightmares, there is online co-op, so I could get somebody and play together online, which I think is great. I actually would like to play through the campaign again on a harder difficulty with someone. Because I'm a noob and I played it on easy, but most of the achievements that you get, like for finishing levels and stuff, are only available if you played it on non-noob difficulty, which I think is dumb, but that's just my opinion. So anyway, again, I keep saying it. I know that if you don't like Call of Duty, you're not going to buy this game. I mean, and that's fine. But I would venture to say that if you like first-person shooters that are just plain fun video games, I would implore you to look into this. Just look into it a little bit. I'm not trying to. They don't need help selling games. They don't. So it's not that I'm trying to pimp out Call of Duty necessarily, but it's a lot of fun. And if you have an Xbox One, play with me. This is what's been taking up so much of my time that I haven't played Halo 5 yet. I played a lot of multiplayer, don't get me wrong. I played that for a solid week before this came out, and then, hi Odin. I played this for Halo for a solid week and a half-ish, whatever it was, before this came out. And then I wasn't quite expecting this to have such a lock on me. Like, it's nuts. But I'm going to play some more Nightmares and maybe try to put back Halo 5. Put Halo 5 back in, get back in multiplayer for that. Play some SWAT, because SWAT's where it's at. That's where it's at. Swatnums. Alright, dudes. I got a pickup video. I had it recorded, but I got some other stuff, and I didn't like that. That video was like 40 minutes long, so probably gonna re-record the pickup video. Don't know when exactly. It doesn't matter. You know some of the games I got already if you're listening to our episode of the podcast, which is gonna hopefully gonna come out in a couple of days. And I just mentioned two of them in this video: Black Ops 3 and Halo 5. Got them both, and they just came out like a few weeks ago. Black Ops 3 came out and on like November 6th, something like that, day after my birthday, and Halo 5 came out like a week before that, like 10/27, something like that. Anyhow, my dog Odin is getting up in my grill, so I better tend to him before he knocks the iPad over. Thanks for watching. Doomwave's out.